It's now Tuesday. This video goes live in 2 days. I usually have more time to do my videos, and if things fail, I'll just do them again. I'm just gonna wing today's video. Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel, and just to get you up to speed, last Thursday I released Residual on PC and Switch. The game I've been working on for the last 15 months or so. Full playlist on this channel showing you all the stuff from start to finish. It's been a roller coaster the last week, give or take a few days. Let's talk about it. This video is going to be 2 parts. One part is going to be, well, the release and everything around it and how and everything I can talk about. The second part will be the future of Residual, because I think there's a future for Residual. So let's, after the intro, I'll set the camera more stable, because if I do this, you guys will be shaking everywhere. So, all right, after the intro. Alright, so first part of this video, the release last Thursday. It's very hard to describe this to people that haven't released the game or in this way. Let me just try to explain it to you. I've been working on this game for like 15 months, give or take, but mostly 15 months non-stop, full-time. I wake up in the morning, I sit at my computer, work on the game, I end in the evening, but to be honest, even if I'm not working, my brain has always been working on the game, or thinking I could do this and that and should do this or that tomorrow and maybe work on that. And 15 months of work. Last Thursday it went live, it went out there, people started playing, then you get a bunch of feedback, people that don't like it, people that love it, and everything in between. That's a roller coaster of stuff. And of course when I release a game, I like to be on stuff and I like to be really in the moment, so I'm following everything. Twitter messages, people talking about the game everywhere, people creating reviews, creating news mentions, of course, people talking to me. There's private messages on Twitter, there's private messages on Discord, there's public messages on Discord, there are Steam forums, there are emails. It's a lot. And I've gotten used to it, and if that doesn't happen, something's really wrong. So this went pretty well. I have not read any player reviews. I try to avoid those. Not that I don't care about the players, I do. But the fact is that the first people that don't like the game will be the first to leave a review. It will be very negative, and I don't want that on a launch day, and I don't want it now, a few days later. The other side is people that love the game. Hopefully they'll leave a review, but most of those will be loving the game and playing the game, and they don't really think about leaving reviews. So it gives a very disconnected sense of the game. And people that don't like the game, they will drop a negative review or negative comment or anything, and then they'll just probably refund the game and move on to the next game they might not like. That happens. I've grown a thick skin over the years, and people, not everybody likes my type of games. I know that. I make games that are different, or at least I try to combine different elements and styles into things. Even with my next game, Regulator City, some sort of city builder with real-time action. It's weird, it's different, but that's what I like to do, and that's why game development is still fun for me. And the same is with Residual. It's a survival platform, but it's not really survival, because the amount of people asking me to build a base like Terraria, or the amount of times people compare this to Terraria, it's a lot. This game is not Terraria. For that, you should play Terraria. This is Residual. Even Terraria wasn't Terraria or however you want to call it when it just got released. They've been working on it for what, a decade now. Same with Minecraft. These games started out as a certain thing, and that's what Residual is hopefully gonna be as well. And this current build, it's a full game, it's completely playable, it has everything you want and need from a game like this. There is no other game like it, but it has everything you need to have a good time, and people on the Discord have been showing that they have been having a good time. I saw people complete their first planet and dive right in for the next one. A lot of discussions on the Discord, lots of fun. If you want to participate and join in on that, you know where to be. So I got a good feeling about the game. Most people are enjoying it. There have been some bugs and things here and there. I pushed out a patch or a first update on Saturday. The game went live on Thursday, so 2 days later I had a patch fixing a couple of things that just... I base these fixes on the amount of people that mention these problems. If one person says, this isn't really working for me, okay, I'll take that with me, I'll take it into consideration, but probably not gonna change it unless a lot of people tell me it's not working. Of course, then there are things like a couple of Switch gamers told me that the text was very hard to read and maybe it should be bigger. But if you've asked further and just talk with these people and these players, then you'll figure out that it's not just the text, it's more the transparency of the dialogue behind there and the graphics showing through, making it all hard to read. It's not so much the text font size, it's more everything around that text. So that's going to be a fix and a change. That's the other thing I ran into. The PC now has a second patch. I just uploaded the second version, fixing a few other things, changing and tweaking it a little bit just to make it a better experience for everybody. I think we now tackled all the big problems and all the big stuff that people ran into, but that's on PC. For Switch, we need to do that as well, but on PC I could just push updates all day long, have a new update every other hour. On Switch, we'll have to make these changes. I'm estimating Friedel, Serious Lion, I'm estimating an hour, a little bit over an hour to just do all these updates, 2 updates, all the fixes and changes at once. We'll have it up and running on Switch, but then we have to push it to Nintendo. They will take another 6 to 7 days to test everything. They approved the first version, so let's hope that these fixes and changes will also get approved at once. But then I think there's still a delay of a couple of weeks before you can actually update it or push it live. So we're talking about a couple of weeks before we can do an update that's been so simple to do on PC. That's console for you. It's a bit sad that it still has to happen like this in digital only and in current way how the internet works and everybody and has internet and downloads, and it's a bit weird that it's still that old-fashioned, but that's what it is. So Switch update is coming, but it just can't be done as fast as the PC version. So I think that covers everything about the update. I had some people ask about doing a video on how all this stuff works, and maybe I'll do that in a future video, talk a little bit more about the whole process. But I think I just mentioned most of the things and how I handle it. There is also a feature request bot now, or PDB, the Discord bot we have on Discord Orangepixel. You can now actually do feature requests. There's a whole instruction and tutorial there, and I will go to all these requests, and people can upvote good ideas, and the more votes something gets, the more likely I'll try to make it happen in the game. But I still do the end decision on that one. So just to be clear on that, everybody might upvote something, but if I don't like it, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, that's the update stuff. Let's talk about the future of Residual. Alright, so if you've been following development of Residual over all these months and all these developer logs, I frequently mentioned a sort of dream scenario where lifting off this planet, that's the main mission of the game. You crash on the planet, you try to survive there and also fix your ship to get off the planet. That's all added to the game now, and if you lift off, well done, congratulations, free play unlocked if you did that one thing. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you get to crash on the next planet. That's all great, but I created an engine that creates a universe full of planets, and there is just one galaxy unlocked in the current build. I want to start working on that second galaxy, and this is gonna be the dream. All right, I created hang on, I'll just pull it up on my Trello. I created a little document wherein I talk about pretty much the idea for Residual 2.0. Okay, so once you lift off that first planet, the game will unlock a second galaxy in a future update, of course. It will unlock a second galaxy, and this is where the fun starts. You have your spaceship, Your mothership, Meganoid mothership, has gone by now. You've been on this planet for so long. You're pretty much out there alone. But on this planet you also discovered you're not the first one. So let's hop another galaxy, just one galaxy further, and you'll discover lost civilizations. There are people out there, which means there are trading stations and mining colonies. Just use your imagination. There can be anything there, and you start trying to catch up with the Meganoid spaceship. So the idea is that you start a new game in this new galaxy. You'll start in a random star system. That star system has different type of planets, different planets around it. You get to pick to which planet you'll fly, but of course your spaceship is going to get some fuel, and fuel runs out, so you'll need to make sure you get fuel somewhere on one of these planets, maybe trade it for stuff. Trading stuff will require maybe certain items that you can only find on certain planets. That list goes on, and this is gonna deepen the gameplay a lot. That first galaxy, the first thing, or the first... So that first galaxy, that first time the player gets into the game, which it is now, you crash, you land, you survive, you lift off, and then the rest of the game will open up to a new galaxy where you get to trade, you get to do missions, you get to do mining for resources, maybe locate certain artifacts that are only available in that star system on that one planet. Maybe we'll introduce creatures and stuff that are actually more violent, and maybe it will be time to pick up some sort of weapons in the second galaxy. It will still be optional for those that don't want weapons. Don't grab weapons and see if you can somehow talk your way out of things. I don't know. There's a huge amount and a huge big dream for me to create that game and to create all that in Residual. And Residual is the engine, the game engine is there. Everything is there for me to start building this. And I just have to somehow juggle that with work on my next games, because depending on how well Residual does in the coming weeks and months, it will also dictate how much time I can put into this. My last game, Space Grunts 2, or my last game was Snake Core. I built that game while pushing out an update every week to Space Grunts 2. That game doubled in size. It usually takes me like a day of work on a game to push interesting updates and new content, because it all links into existing systems. So I'm gonna try and juggle that. Work on Regulator City, the new game, mostly, but then maybe one day, maybe 2 days in a week, I'll be tinkering with Residual. A lot of that stuff will happen hidden from players, so that I can still keep updating the game with things that are really required or needed. In the meantime, this second galaxy will be shaped, and once it's all ready to go, I'll pull the trigger, and all the players that have completed a planet or lift off or survived a planet, all those players will suddenly see the new galaxy open up, and new adventures will be waiting. It's my dream game to have that. It's a bit like Elite, I guess, the old Elite game, but more visual and in my style and my design. And let's see how far we can push it and make it happen. And like I said at the beginning, Terraria, Minecraft, all these huge games, they started out with a base game and they just kept working on it for a decade or more. I'm not sure if I can manage to do that a decade long, but I sure am gonna try to work on this game a lot more, because I want to have that second galaxy open. And that's pretty much Residual 2.0, the plans I have. Of course, it's gonna help if everybody gets the game now, plays the game, enjoys the game, and talks about the game to everybody else, because the better this game does now as it grows, the easier it will be for me to maybe even push Regulator City to the side and just focus on Residual fully. We'll have to see how all that goes. But that's a lot of talk for this video, and I honestly have nothing else to share in this video, because I just need to make sure this gets uploaded to YouTube and is ready for Thursday. And then I'm gonna take a little break, a couple of days break. I'll do the video for next week, and I'll really honestly try to talk about Regulator City again, because I've been doing a bunch of stuff and work on that game. So I'll do that video maybe even after doing this video, and then the rest of the week I'll be taking some days off, relax a little bit, and next week we'll start again. We'll continue working on Residual and all the other projects I have. And, good talk. That's it for this video. Like, subscribe, comment below. I have nothing else to add to this. Thanks for watching, and also thanks for getting Residual, because I'm pretty sure you got Residual on PC or Switch, right? Right. Or you're about to get it. That's all right. Yay. All right, that's it. See you next week. Bye.